You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Warning: Moody&D may contain descriptions of violence, blood, death, and similar concepts. Additionally, not every action taken by our players is morally endorsed or supported by Moody&D. That being said, let's get on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Moody&D! Last we left off here in our Come and See One Night mini-series, our two main characters for the night, Kotor and Varys, have been making their way down into the tunnels. Why they haven't been teleported anywhere, we're not entirely sure, but they have had allies popping in and out constantly throughout their adventure.
Because we're stuck with each other.
What are the two schools? Is it Michigan State and I don't do sports, but
I don't either.
Yeah, people
Ohio
who know
and Michigan
State or whatever. Yeah, something like that. Rivalry.
Sure, yeah.
And so they have been traveling together. They have been told to defend the vault, and they're the only students thus far to have successfully made it, at least as far as they know. They now find themselves in the catacombs beneath the school in front of the vault, and as these two new individuals appear, space warps, and where the last two allies you had were standing, we now find these two individuals. Go ahead, Dayam, give me your character's name and give me a quick description of them and what school they're from.
Well, my name
Speaking to your mics.
My name is Behold, and I'm 57 years old. I have some black beard and black hair.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. And what school are you from?
I'm from Forest Norm.
Okay, and so he's from Forstorm, and then
I'm from Mindstro, and
you see a classmate. Both of you are from.
My name is Zalo. I'm 122 years old. Yeah.
Yep. And so, Elven man, you said long blonde hair.
Blonde hair, yeah.
Both of you have been awake for a little while. You got woken up by the message appearing on your gems from your president, Alexander Orthel, calling you all to awake and defend the school. And you now find yourself in these underground catacombs in this now completely dark space because the person who was summoning your fire for light is gone. And you guys find yourself, well, actually, you can't see. You're in complete darkness. You do know how to summon fire, though, Behold, so I will say that easy enough, you can create that. What does it look like when you summon fire or lightning to create light?
Well, there's a red flame coming up out of the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and so fire just leaps to life out of the ground, bright red. And you see these two figures illuminated before you. And then would you guys give us a quick character description? So that they
Actually,
can know roughly
shouldn't our clothes be giving a little bit of light off?
yes, that's true. Your clothes have been giving light. They're wearing these like crocheted t-shirt and like
Moonbeams.
shorts made of like moonlight. You recognize this kind of something that Sella's Jaw, the other school, all based around astromancy, kind of does. And you see before you these massive double doors with this giant runic glyph on the front of the door, and you see two new allies who have no idea why you're here and what you're doing,
Okay.
and where you are for that matter. You guys don't recognize them.
Let us give you the rundown. This, and I point at the brass double doors, this is most likely the entrance to the vault, or at least whatever the vault is supposed to be. Our schools love its secrets. We are here, and right now we are debating if it was even the right choice to come here.
Because there are werewolves that direction, and I point down a hallway.
And they're coming, and we cannot see them, and we need to make sure that they do not get past this door. Or we let them figure out how to get past this door, and then we ambush them from behind.
Or we let them... Well, actually, no, my plan would just follow up with that. So, but I prefer the idea of killing them now and then opening the door later and saying they opened the door.
I want them dead either way.
Yeah, fair.
All right, so these options are presented to you guys. What are you immediately thinking? What do you say to them? And is there anything that you're doing in this moment to try and formulate a plan?
Well, I'm just looking around to see what's going on.
Okay, go ahead and give me a grit roll for you. So you got grit. You roll a d20 for that. That's that big die. So go ahead and roll a d20. We'll call this a DC 7.
And that is a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. So your grit, you don't add anything, but you do have 3 adversity tokens here. So you can spend one of those to increase it to a 7 to succeed on that roll if you'd like. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and mark that you have 2 adversity tokens. You can also mark that you have 3 adversity tokens, and you'll change that later as you go. So you have you bump that to a 7 to get an idea of your surroundings. Firstly, you look at that brass door and you see that giant glyph, and immediately your divinatory mind, this magic that you've crafted and studied, immediately looks at it and you're like, this is actually a memory bank. This is a glyph that actually is dependent on psychic memory and like putting in parts of who you are to actually complete the glyph to unlock what's behind it. And you also hear behind you the howling and growling of a number of different lycanthropes, werewolves, werebears, wereboars, tigers, werecrows, all these
Trout.
No.
I want the weretrout.
No weretrout.
Can I throw
and like even you think you may hear somewhere off in the distance like a were velociraptor or something like that.
He had to throw dinosaurs.
He had to throw
in there.
dinosaurs.
I have to. And so that's what you hear. That's what you surround.
mean the
That's what you understand.
Deinonychus?
No, a velocirapter. And so that's what that just immediate divination gives you. Okay.
Okay.
I assume you share that with your group and sort of communicate that to them.
Well, I see many wolves behind me trying to get me. But I use my magic,
Okay.
my fire
Okay.
to...
So they're not here yet. They're
Oh,
coming.
They're coming.
What you see with that divinatory magic is that they're going to get here soon.
Yeah, like in any second. Like,
You might have like a minute or two.
yeah. So I'll make a barrier.
Okay, so you want to create
fire.
something to block it off.
Yes.
Do you want to do it with fire, lightning, ice, create a magical force field? What do you want to do?
I'll do with ice.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me a grit magic roll with a DC of 15. So grit is this die, and then your magic die is this die. You'll roll both of those and add 3. Okay?
Yeah. At the same time? Or
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
or.
Either
Yeah.
or.
I'll do it.
All right. So that's a 7
No, 1.
8.
plus...
8.
Or... Oh,
7-1.
He bumped the die.
okay.
Yeah,
So
7 and 1.
that's an 8 total.
Plus 3.
Plus 3 is an 11.
11.
That was a DC 15 to create something that would keep them blocked off. You've got 4 left. Does anybody want to spend adversity tokens to get you the rest of the way there?
I can give him 1.
I can give him 1.
Okay, that's
I
1.
could give 1.
You can give a 1.
Yeah.
We're missing 1 adversity token to get it the rest of the way there.
Okay,
I will-
Adam.
I'll do 2.
Okay, you'll do
I'll
2.
do that.
Okay, cool. All right, you don't have to expend any adversity tokens.
thank you.
An ice shield has been put up before you to stop those wolves from getting to you. You now have probably some unaltered time with that glyph before you to actually work that
we
out and
wanna
solve
open it?
that problem.
Should we open it?
I don't like the idea of giving them a key, and I don't like the idea of them being on the outside of the door without us here.
See, that's not what I was proposing. I was proposing standing around the corner, having them try and force their way through it, definitely being hit with some magic, and then just killing them off.
Ideas?
What did the 2 of you think?
Yeah.
You, my fellow Mindstro, I'm sure your superior intellect
Right.
is going
Yes.
to help you here.
I would stage a defensive barrier and then attack long range. Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
What about you,
Yeah,
Mr. Fire and Ice
I
Man?
think we should keep them away from us.
Exactly.
Like
That's
distance them
Yeah.
away.
start with the barrier.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to, obviously you've got abjurative, you've got some necromancy conjuration, you've got some evocation. Do you guys want to try and create a barrier that basically would hold them back, but that you could fire through and
way
try and pick them off one by one and hold this barrier? Okay.
The plan. Yes.
Yeah.
So help me with conjuration. Conjuration is
Conjuration
swapping
is-
places.
It's swapping places. It's summoning things.
Okay.
Conjuration is the same thing used for like summon Fae, summon Shadow
Okay.
Spawn, spells like that in D&D 5e. That's conjuration. It's
Okay.
bringing things to you.
So How about we, out of the fire and ice that he has created, we try to summon some methods to aid us at our side.
Little
Okay,
flying.
just a bunch of
thingies.
little flying
Just-
minions
yeah.
to basically rend them apart.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, you do hear those wolves are basically right outside that ice wall, and they are not able to get through. He created a barrier strong enough to stop them. So why don't you all give me a collective... for you, we'll go grit. That's your D20, your D4. For you, everybody, just give me your D20, your D4 plus 3, so that we're getting all your primary magic abilities.
I did it again. I did it again.
You exploded both of them?
24.
Okay.
1 and 3.
Plus.
Oh,
that's
boy.
Oh wow.
6, that's 30.
I got
That's
6.
30 plus 3.
You
That's
got a 6 total?
33.
6 total with the 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a 6. What'd you get?
33.
33. Good night.
I got an 11.
You got an 11?
I got a 7.
Okay, a 7.
What was that about
got it.
superior
Okay.
intellect?
Oh wow.
So it is a good thing.
What were
It's
you
a
using?
really good thing that that you are here with your abjurative magic, because you take everything that they're sort of putting together and you tie it together and actually create a binding barrier that will allow you to fire through at them, while they have to really they're going to have to do some serious things to actually get through here. At this point, that ice wall that you created dissipates, and you see behind them, or behind that wall, you see a 3 werewolves and 1 were-tiger who appears to not be raving and clawing like all the others, but appears to be wielding some form of magic.
Oh.
And so what's going to happen now is we're going to go into something that is like pseudo combat, and they are going to attempt to break down that wall, and you guys are going to attempt to fend them off and or kill them.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go around the table. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to describe to me what kind of spell you want to cast, what you want it to do, how long you want it to last, and then I'll set the DCs based on that, okay? Why don't we start, we'll start on the side of the table. Micah, do you know what you want to do and how you want to do it?
Yes. What I would do is do a lightning spell from distance, and yeah.
Okay, so with Mindstro, your major things are Conjuration and Necromancy. So what you would be able to do pretty easily, you can do the lightning. That will be probably a harder thing for you, because that'll be a grit roll. If you want to do something that's more in your field, actually, wait a minute, hold on. Chain lightning is conjuration. For sure you can do lightning.
Yes.
I forgot that school stretches over. So go ahead, give me your D20, your D4, because this is a charm spell, and you are going to be doing a charm magic, attempting to basically create a lightning that leaps from creature to creature. Okay?
Right. Yes.
Okay. It's 8 and a 1.
9 plus
And
3
then
is
11.
12.
Or 12.
A 12. Okay. So with that, you shoot out this arc of lightning that bounces from creature to creature. I will say with a 12, pick one of the creatures, one of the 3 werewolves or that spellcaster guy, and they, for any rolls they make, they'll roll 2 dice and take the lower.
Nice.
Which one do you want?
The second. Yeah.
No.
The
Which
lower.
which of the creatures?
Oh.
One. You can pick all 3 of the werewolves or the spellcaster guy.
Probably the spellcaster.
Okay. You choose the spellcaster. What do you got for me, Ken?
I want to, as abjuration, something a little bit weird, but I want to go in and because I can see the weave, right? In a sense, right?
Yes,
the weave of
basically.
magic, right?
Yeah, you've got some understanding of
So
it.
I want to go and I want to essentially pull the magic user's ability to use magic. Like I want to separate his ability to touch the weave. I want to essentially
interesting.
cast a
You
force
want-
field
You want
between
to-
the weave and
you
him.
You want to create basically a distanced anti-magic cone over that particular person.
Pretty much, yeah. I want a force field between the weave and him.
To cast silence on him, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for magic effects.
Okay, cool. That is going to be a DC 19. We'll call that a what's your D20 ability?
Fight.
We'll call it a fight. DC 20 fight magic.
Oh my god.
That's 22.
Okay, and that explodes.
That's then 23. Plus 3 is 26.
26. Good night.
I've been
Beat it by
rolling
5. You reach in with your abjurative magic and create this line, almost like a surgeon with a very precise blade, dividing him from the weave of magic. We'll see how long that lasts. It's going to last a good while because of your roll. But you have done that.
And so I'm
Christian,
assuming
what
the
do you got?
magic that he's weaving just sparks out and it fizzles. in his hand.
Yes, immediately it sparks out. He's going to have to do something to bring it back.
Okay.
Seeing what all of them are doing and seeing that the tiger guy doesn't have his magic anymore, I'm gonna take my werebear and him swap places.
Oh, the
have-
magic guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Put him inside with us.
yeah.
Put my werebear outside
Give me-
there to start attacking the
Give me
werewolf.
DC 15 charm.
Okay,
That is
I can do this. Come on.
absolutely amazing.
That is a 10, 13. I need 2 more.
I give
can-
you one.
Okay, you'll give one. Anybody got more adversity tokens they're willing
I
to
have
spend?
one left. Yeah.
I'll give you
I'll
2.
give him. I'll
Okay,
give
okay,
him
Okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
you go down to 1 and you mark off your
Yep.
1. You make the 15. They switch places. I will say the werebear is running on autopilot, so
Yeah.
he'll do stuff to those guys outside of your turn. And that spellcaster is now inside for you guys to do whatever you want while he is currently blocked off.
He cannot use magic, and all of his rolls have disadvantage.
Yes.
So
what would you like to do?
I would like to.
You got fire, ice, lightning, poison, acid, all these different magics.
I like acid.
Okay.
I would use my acid to that trapped guy. Trapped
Okay.
dragon.
The guy who's inside
the,
with us.
the
Yeah.
tiger.
Yep. To
Yeah.
the tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead. What do you want this acid spell to do to him?
To like
Melt him.
give him pain.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. For sure. Go ahead. Give me. We'll call this a DC 12 grit check. So that's these 2 dice and +3.
Okay. I need a good roll, please.
Oh, that's a natural 19 plus
And this-
4. Roll that
and roll
again.
this
It
again.
explodes.
23
Yep.
total.
Okay. 23, 25 plus 3 to a 28.
28.
Nice.
Good night. You blew my DC out of the water.
Oh.
So as you cast this spell, it just takes him and he fizzles, and all that is left is a skeleton.
Wow. That's a big.
You're kind
And
of
then off of the
kinda
turn, go ahead and give me a D20 brawn check for the bear. No magic.
12. Does
Okay.
he have any pluses?
Yeah, he's got +3 to that.
Okay.
So he rends through one of the werewolves. You guys now have the skeleton of that were-tiger, which begins to shift back to the skeleton of a humanoid once he dies. And as that happens, you two feel space warp around and you are yanked out of the room. That is all of your guys' time. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys, Micah and
Doyan.
Doyan.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you
guys
so much.
All right, so appearing next to you two are
Again.
these 2 beings. Yes, for whatever reason.
Why am I
you guys-
stuck with you?
you.
Is the curse that you two are stuck together. You see a fellow classmate, and appearing before you are, we'll start over here, Luke. Go ahead, give me name, age, what school you're from, and what you look like.
Well, my name is the Ghost of XN Past, and I'm not really a ghost. I'm really a human. My problem is I feel like I'm invisible sometimes, and that's because I'm really bad at talking to people.
I'm just too handsome.
That, and I have a really people don't like to listen to me, so I feel like I'm invisible. I'm the ghost of the past. My age, I don't know if I'm 70 or 20. It's one of those things,
Yeah.
20 going on 70, old soul,
Yeah,
that type
yeah, yeah.
that type
Okay.
of vibe, and anything else.
And what school you're from.
School I'm from, I'm a guardian.
Okay, so you are from the
the
Protoclaw school.
Protocol.
You see a classmate.
Yes.
What, Virus, right? Or
That was
what's,
good.
What's the name of your character again? Sorry.
Varys.
Varys, that's right. I was like, is it Varys? Okay. And then you appear, give us a name, age, what you look like, and your school.
All right. So I am the present XN president, and My name
Ghost
is...
of XM president.
What?
The ghost of
I'm the
XM.
ghost of XM
Yeah.
president.
You guys know XN is like this club on the like Alterian University campus.
We need to
All
find
of-
some poor little freshman and call
It's-
them the ghost of XN Future.
it's like
Yes, please.
it's like this like sub like seventh school that's just all about creating out of nothing, trying to create magic without spellcasting components or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
They
what do you
basically
look
think that
like?
they're elite.
We try to. And
And so these two guys appear in front of you, and you two see. Give us character descriptions real quick.
Just the tiefling, devil-looking guy, black, white eyes,
You are a handsome devil. What can I say?
my goodness.
and just standing there in a green silk robe.
And you see,
with these crocheted like t-shirt and shorts, and wearing the same t-shirt and shorts.
you see just like a 6'2" elf, perfect features, dark brown hair, tied back currently, and looking slightly perturbed at him, probably.
It's basically you.
I'm just
Taller with dark brown hair and pointy ears. But sure.
I'm just looking very excitedly at a skeleton that's right in front of us.
All right.
Oh.
And there's a skeleton on the ground beneath you. You guys are in this like
Are the
stonework.
werewolves dead?
No, werewolves are still fighting the
One of them
werebear
is dead.
outside of this.
Oh, shoot.
One of them is there's a dead werewolf. Werewolves have been plaguing the school throughout the entire night. You were woken up by a message from President Alexander Orthel that came through on these like gem communicator devices that you guys have. You guys have been bouncing around the school fighting people, and now you find yourself actually in a space of relative calm.
Which is nice.
Yes, a nice change of pace, but that's only because behind you there is like this force field, and there are just werewolves clawing at it, being beaten up by an undead werebear with like this strand of blood connecting it to him. And you see before you these giant brass doors with this giant glyph in front of it, seemingly the vault that Alexander Orthel's message referred to earlier, saying protect the vault. And you find yourselves in this situation. What are you all doing?
Remind me of your guys' names again.
Varys.
Couture.
Varys and Couture.
Couture. Okay.
So I see that we have some XN elites among us.
Just raise your dead guys and get it
Okay.
over with.
I am going to extend my other hand. Same thing.
Give me a charm magic. DC 16.
Oh, come on. It was almost the 9 plus 3. That's 12. I need 3 more.
You each, by the way, have 3 adversity tokens. Those can
I'll
be
give you
dumped
one.
into his roll to give him pluses to this
I need 2 more.
for a
I got
1-to-1
you.
ratio.
Which do I use?
Okay, these
Yeah,
are just
that's the next
tokens. They're just straight values, no
I'll-
dice.
Okay.
So
I'll
you
use
dump
one.
one in, you dump one in. Do you dump any in? You need 3?
I need
I'll dump
one
one
more.
in.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Awesome.
All right. The skeleton raises
So
to
what
life
I
and is like,
What I want the
moving.
skeleton to do
Okay.
is take parts of the melted skin
Ah.
and use it to fight with that. Just chug acid at people with it.
oh my
Yeah.
word.
You know,
Okay, cool.
I'm liking the ingenuity there. I'm
Yeah,
liking the.
okay.
I'm liking
Cool.
this.
Go ahead and
Like
give
What's
me
left over of his skin?
Yeah.
Give me a brawn
resourceful,
check
man.
for the skeleton. Use a D8. Add a magic die because that is the acid is the effect of a former spell.
6. That's a 6. I don't know if he
Okay.
has any pluses to that.
I'm gonna roll a grit check for the werewolf. That is a 6. Would you like to dump? Would anybody like to dump an
I
adversity?
got
token?
nothing.
Nope.
Does he not have like a +1 or even to the?
No, not to brawn.
Okay.
We will call that matter resolved.
Okay.
There is still before you the giant vault and 2 more werewolves on the other side. Go ahead
Okay.
and give me the brawn check for the werebear though to
Okay.
try and kill one of the wolves.
Come on.
Nope. Sorry, man. Werebear's
stop?
slowly chipping away at that, but with a 3 + 3 to a 6, it's not going to be enough.
You should have
Switching
taken
out
these.
the dice.
All right. So, what would you all like to do? You were told to protect the vault. Whether you are curious about what's in the vault is entirely up to
Here's
you.
what we've been debating.
Yeah.
Whether or
let's
not
hear
we
it.
open the vault. We've been here for a hot minute. We can
Like-
either open the vault.
We've been here for like 5 minutes, maybe 10.
Yeah, something like that. We can open the vault or we cannot. There are pros and cons to both. We just haven't decided which one.
Highly advise opening the vault.
I was gonna say I want to open the vault.
I feel like it works well.
Oh, I mean, in that case, all right, fine.
Let's
Let's
do it.
open the vault.
All right,
Okay.
so guys begin. So it's this massive glyph.
I'm good at this, right?
Well, you're good at enchanting. This is a little bit different. This is divinatory magic.
Ah.
You are from Forstorm. You are good at this.
Oh.
So this is divinatory magic. It was explained earlier to them, and I'm assuming they'll communicate it to you. This, and you actually kind of just know it just by looking at it. This glyph is a memory glyph. So it is activated by pouring in memory to open the vault and to open the key. So, who wants to make the first attempt to pour into this glyph, into this key to try and unlock
I've been having
this?
kind of an off day.
I'll pour into it.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
go for that.
So you begin.
slightly.
I've been having a great day.
There are basically 4 parts of the glyph that you can sort of key into, all tied to kind of the major emotions, or tied to some major emotions. There's one of love, one of happiness, one of sadness, and one of fury. So you have to pick one of those. Basically, you'll pour in a memory, which you will explain to me, and then based on that, I will set a DC, and you'll roll against that DC to try and activate that part of the glyph. Okay.
Okay.
So, again, you got love, happiness, sadness, and fury. Which of those 4 are you going to try and pour into?
I'm gonna try to pour into sadness.
Okay, so
Damn, I took my glyph.
you're going to try and pour into the
I still got
sadness
fury.
glyph. What memory are you going to pour in? Tell me a memory of some time that you were sad in your past, something that made you sad, something that frustrated you.
So years ago, in my past, in my hometown, there was a bike that my dad owned, and I absolutely loved this bike.
Yes.
And it was magical. It levitated just so slightly. It had communicators built in, so I didn't have to worry about anything. It kept
Yes.
me safe, and I loved it. One day, I left home, and I was in my vehicle, and I'm like, I don't need this bike. I'm not gonna need it. I'm gonna go. And so I leave. And in that time, my house gets raided, and the wolves come in and they take my dad's bike. They take what was going to become mine, and it made me so distraught. It
Yeah.
was a livelihood for me.
Yeah.
Was going to be, and if not, it was going to be a huge chunk of change that I could sell to make sure I could actually make it into school.
Yeah, for
Nice,
sure.
nice.
Um,
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just saddened me beyond belief to be
All
able
right.
to not have that.
Student loans.
Phenomenal.
Student
All right.
loans.
So I'm going to ask from you for a let's see, we're trying to keep a level head. Give me a DC based on that story, give me a DC 12 magic grit check.
You're gonna
So
this one, man.
grit is your you've got a 6 to grit.
Okay.
Hold on.
The D6.
Oh no,
Okay.
hold on. You're not Forstorm, you're Foundwing. You're Foundwing. Cool. I was like, I could have swear Forstorm has
It
a
has a D20 in
yeah.
grid.
Okay, so you're giving me a DC 12 magic grit check. So that's a D6 and a D4.
Was these
Yep.
two, right? Okay.
Yep. And you're hoping for a DC 12 on this.
4, 7,
7
plus
okay.
3.
No, he doesn't get a +3. So
Oh.
it's a 7. Unless you guys want to pour 5 in, we'll just move on from that.
I don't have any
don't
of
have-
those.
Okay,
All
cool. What do you want to? Or actually,
I'll try.
who wants to try second?
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm going to take a swing at this.
Which glyph are you going for?
What are the glyphs again?
Love, sadness, happiness, fury.
I'm going to go for fury.
Okay. Nice. Give me a memory of raw anger and frustration from your past.
In the XN past, there was a foreboding gloom, and that gloom came upon in the fury of a dangerous wizard.
Uh-huh.
And that dangerous wizard, one of those days, came up and threatened my young soul and said, if you don't stop in the way of the wizard, you will be cast into the raging fire, and you will be fought to death. And so I, slowly but surely, gathered up my courage, gathered up all I can muster, and I plotted with all of the surrounding kings, and thenceforth got them banished from the nation forevermore.
Phenomenal. Go
That
ahead
was-
and give me.
That was amazing.
There's some real fury in that. Go ahead and give me.
That was close
We'll
to
call
home.
it a DC 10 grit magic check.
Is this 10? Or is this 12?
Well, so DC 10, so that's your D10 plus your D4 for that, and then you add a +1 to this. You're hoping for a 10 total.
Get it.
6, 7, 8. Anybody want to dump 2 in to fill this glyph?
You should still have 2.
I have 2 more.
Oh yeah, go ahead and mark your
Boom.
other 2 off.
I'm
Okay.
filling the glyph with
Cool.
fury.
And also, when you failed, you gained an adversity token.
Okay.
So you have 1 more of those. All right.
I also get an adversity.
And the fury glyph flashes to success. Who wants to do the next? Who wants to give it the next attempt?
I can do love.
Oh boy.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the love
As a-
glyph. What are you dropping?
As
in?
a necromancer.
you mean a
necromancer.
Oh my word.
As a necromancer. I feel like my true love is
Oh no.
my magic.
Yeah.
And I will never forget the one moment when I found a dead squirrel in my backyard.
No.
And everybody was like, "Oh, that's disgusting. Don't touch it."
Don't
And I was like,
romance
"But
the
I
dead
want to
squirrel."
touch it." And they were like,
Where
"No,
are
no,
we
no,
going
don't
with
touch it." And I was like, "No, but I want to touch it." So I touched it, and I felt the escaping warmth off of the squirrel, and its blood started kind
Why are we-
of responding to my fingers.
Oh.
Maybe happiness would be better than love.
I don't think that makes it better.
That doesn't make it better.
You said love.
Okay, let's go with love.
Go ahead and give me a.
What
We'll
do
call
we
this
do?
a grit.
I guess you can love
for
your
all
art.
of these.
You can love your art.
Give me a DC 13 grit magic check.
DC 13 grit.
Yes.
I'm gonna fail this.
It's a 7.
7,
Nope.
8.
Okay. Take an adversity token. You're next in the order of dropping.
I'll go happiness.
Okay.
I will say, imagining myself back in the Feywild, away from.
Well, no, you're giving me a memory. Not
That's the. Well, yeah.
the memory of imagining.
No, like imagining,
Yeah, like
pulling up a memory,
recalling.
recalling a memory of myself in the Feywild
Okay.
before I had to deal with stupid necromancers and
Romancers.
and weird platinum blondes and everybody else who's shown up this night. Where there weren't werewolves, well, kind of there were, but we'll
You know
ignore
what?
that fact.
Give me a grit check. Make your magic die a D6 for your desperation.
Wait, so
Grit magic, but your magic die is also going to be.
okay,
So 2d6, I guess.
2, 6. I
That
cracked it, so
explodes
that's 8.
to an 8. Will DC 12 on this?
I cracked it again.
Okay.
So that's 12,
15.
15 total.
Okay.
17.
Second one is alive. We'll go back to
17
you two. So happiness and fury are filled. We have love and sadness. Who wants to try and give it another shot?
Okay.
all you.
Let me take another crack at love.
Actually, wait.
My favorite
this-
necromancer.
But this time, I'm going to go back to when my family gathered up enough money to be able to go to that once in a year event in Neuleben,
Oh my word.
where we traveled down the entire continent, made it to Port Neuleben, and we were at the festival. And the first time I saw the fireworks, I had never seen fireworks. I'd never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
And I completely fell in love with the kind of like bombastic nature of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Would this have been that festival, Reese, time-wise?
No.
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 200
that's like
years.
100
Yeah,
years
100
later.
Yeah, not that one, but that kind of festival.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Give me the grit magic check. We'll say with that, we'll go DC 11 on that.
Okay. And as I'm doing this, I'm gonna whisper to myself, "We shall not die today."
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's we shall not die today.
That's an 8,
That's
9.
an 8 to a 9.
Oh, man.
2. Anybody got
I can pour 2 into this, and I need 1 more.
I'll put one in.
DC 11?
Yeah.
And you have,
I have 8.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no, I have a 9. So I have enough.
You'll dump your own too. Cool. The glyph of love has been fulfilled. Glyph of sadness. What do you got for me, man?
I mean, I failed the first time, so that's some sadness there. But
Can I pull that memory?
do it. Back from the depths of 5 minutes ago, before I tried to sadness again, I tried to open the vault and I failed drastically, and that brought extreme sorrow into my life.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, give me that. I will say roll 2, take the higher on your grit die, which is your D6.
D6.
So roll 2 of those, take the higher one. We'll go DC 10 on this. Okay, so we'll take the 3, then you have your magic.
Okay, and that's the
Yeah, the D4.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
3, 6, 4. Do we have 4 adversity tokens amongst everybody?
I think I have 3.
You have. Okay, yes, you have 3.
I'll put 1 in.
I'll dump
Okay, cool. You dump them all, and the glyph is completed. And as the glyph reaches completion, you two vanish from space and time. Our time is up. Thank you so much for joining us,
Luke,
you guys.
thanks, Sully.
Thank you very much.
All right. And so your 2 allies, you two, the 2 people who were here last, vanish again, popping into space.
Not again.
Our 2 new figures in this dark cobblestone space. The glyph is beginning to shift and change. But before we get to that, which one of you wants to go first?
What's a
introduce-
glyph?
Huh?
Sorry.
Glyph is
Fancy-
like this runic circle pattern.
Like Dr.
fancy
Strange.
letters.
What are runes?
Runes, old writing. It's like writing
Think
that
Vikings.
creates magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a portal.
Thank
you.
Which one of you wants to introduce your character?
I could go first, and you
Okay.
can think a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, my character.
Talking to your mic.
Oh, my character. Her name will be like Eleonora Swift.
Eleanor Swift.
Oh.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yes.
How
Last
old
name.
are you? What do you look like, and what school are you from?
I don't know how old these characters are supposed to be, so I'll just say like 18.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
perfectly acceptable age.
Yeah.
We had somebody who was 13. We had somebody who was thousands of years old.
Oh, slay.
So, yeah.
100% slay.
Okay, so you're 18. What do you look like, and what school are you from?
Yeah, so I'm like very average looking. I don't know. There's nothing super special about me. I just have
Wait, are you
like
human?
Oh yeah, I think I want to be a half elf.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to be one too.
Oh my gosh, we could be twins.
You can. Go for it. You can.
Could be 100%.
Yeah, so my character has like dark, like wavy, longish brown hair, and then she has like green eyes, kind of like olive tone skin.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe like some freckles. Very like basic looking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
Nothing
Yeah,
too
for sure.
crazy.
And then what school are you from?
I think, oh my gosh. I think it was like the frost
You
one.
took unassuming, and that is, sorry, can
I know, go ahead, please.
Unassuming is
flight, which one's flight? Falsa Frost, yeah.
Yes,
yeah, you
the
took
frost
Falsa Frost.
one. Yes.
All right, cool. And so you are from Falsa Frost. Your whole specialty is illusion, magic, and changing things.
Yes.
And then go ahead, give me your character description, name, age, what you
I
look
don't
like.
This would be put on the spot.
I mean, hey, if you choose your age as hers, and you also want to be a half elf, you
Let's
guys
be
can just
twins.
twins?
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
Let's
What
be
was your
twins.
age? What was your age?
Oh, I was
18.
18. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm also 18. I'm so the name part is the hardest for me. Half elf.
Your last name is Swift. You got that.
Swift.
So
Oh,
she's
yeah.
Eleanor Swift. You are, or is it Eleonora?
Eleonora.
It's
Eleonora,
Eleonora.
okay.
You can be
Eleonora.
Lenora.
Ooh.
Wait, Lenny.
Lenny.
Lenny. Okay. So Eleanora and Lenny Swift.
Can I change that to Linny as in
Yeah, Linny.
L-I-N-N-Y?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Lenny.
yeah. Half elf. I'm taller than her.
Okay.
And I'm taller than her.
Are we like fraternal twins?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That
not
makes
all the
look
way
the
twins,
same.
but
Yeah. And what school are you from?
oh, the cell. Wait.
Seller's Jaw.
Jaw.
Yeah, I almost said celery. That was really funny.
Celery's
School
jaw.
of Celery. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Seller's Jaw, the last school, or actually, have we hit all the schools? I think we've hit all the schools.
I think we have.
Sella's Jaw appearing in our first little bit here. All right, so these two appear before you, and you guys find yourself in this you are very clearly underground, dark cobblestone space with these two massive brass doors. Again, that glyph, a series of just writing in circles, clearly designed to evoke magical power, and it is beginning to shift and change as you can can see it is unlocking this door before you, and you see, both of you explain who you are and what you look like.
Devil-looking guy, black skin, white eyes, white hair, wearing silk robe and these like moonlight-looking shorts and
That
shirt.
my character is also wearing long sleeves.
And blood coming off of his forearms connected to two undead guys.
He also has horns on his head.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am a relatively normal-looking elf with dark brown hair. Not much special aside from that, comparatively, to Demon Boy.
All right.
Not demon boy, devil.
And so the lock begins to unlock, and opening before you is this massive library inside which you see this glowing pattern of the 3 crescent moons back to back in like this hook shape that you see that was in the sky that was described to you by President Alexander Orthel over these gems that woke you from your sleep in the middle of the night, and it is bearing down on all of you. I need everybody to give me a DC 5 grit check.
Okay.
Ooh, what is it?
So grit
that?
is your, for you that's a D12 and you don't have any
The 4
modifiers,
one.
so that's this die right there.
Okay.
And so just go ahead and roll that.
Okay, it's the
You
one
want to
of
hit
the-
a 5.
All right, I have a 3, I think.
And
Yes.
then you don't add anything.
Yes.
So you just have a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So 3 here. I have a 4.
Okay.
3.
5.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I do the
That's a
wrong
5.
one?
That's a 5.
you did
All
it.
right.
Oh,
So each of you for the next minute are going to be frightened. You are fine.
Yes.
As this symbol bearing down, you are the only one who at this point has the capacity to notice that what is before you is this massive library currently being ransacked by all sorts of werewolves. And you see up in the corner and also sort of where this image is originating from or being projected onto the wall from, it has been broken into from the ceiling. And you see,
So much for protecting the vault.
and you see this sort of like spellcaster werewolf with these 3 smaller were-rats, and turns around to you all and goes, "You're not supposed to be here. Get out!" And
Okay.
and 3 little were-rats begin to attack you all. We are going to just work our way around the table, and I'll ask you guys for what you want to do in this moment to try and defend yourself or attack them, okay? So we'll start with you over here. What would you like to do as far as casting spells go? Pretty much anything you can think of. It'll be just a discussion between you and me of how long you want it to last, what you want it to do, and what it looks like. And also things that you're naturally good at as a, let's see, unassuming. You're part of Falsa Frost, so you're really good at changing things into other things and creating illusions. And so figuring out how can we use those to actually do magic. Okay?
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
So,
We love casting spells. Go.
all right, so what do you want to do?
So can I kind of like create an illusion to like bring up like some little wall barrier things between the little rat johns so that they don't know that they can like pass by them?
Yes, yeah,
Okay, you mean
like
were-rat.
full lab rat style, like trying to just
create,
put
like, a
them
little
in
maze,
mazes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
So
funny.
But-
let's see.
But contrary to what they think, there is no cheese at the end of them.
So go ahead, because this is your specialty school.
Yes.
What you're going to do is you're going to give me a D20, which is this big one here,
Slay.
plus a D4,
Okay.
and then add a 3 because you're rolling a flight magic roll. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me the 2 of those rolls.
Big money. That was, what is this?
That's a 6.
Oh, that's so fun. This is a 2. So that
Okay.
makes it like an
That's
8,
an 8.
right?
And then you plus 3 to a total of 11. So that will stop them from getting to your group for at least one more loop around the table. Okay.
Okay,
Nice,
good.
You've
nice,
actually
nice.
held them off.
Slay.
What do you got for me?
I
Vince?
want to again go pointing at the spellcaster guy. I want to separate him from his ability to use magic.
Okay, you are again going to be giving me a DC 19, whatever your main one is, because it's abjurative. You did not! How dare you? That
my
was a
gosh.
natural 20.
35, 36, 39.
Oh my gosh.
Suddenly, Kent knows how to do math.
He on X Games mode. No, that wasn't funny.
That was very funny.
Okay, so, yeah, for sure. Easy
I've
enough.
never rolled this well
You-
in any game ever.
You
Wow.
explain to me what it looks like and what it feels like as you do this.
So, like,
Wait, what did you do?
For magic users, like the ability to use magic is so like intimately tied to who you are, right? And so I want him to feel his identity tearing apart as I rip his ability to use magic out of his hands.
Puts him right into a midlife crisis.
Like I just want him to feel like his entire world is shattering, as one of the staples of who he is now untouchable. But he knows it's there, but he cannot touch
So
it.
he
I'm
becomes a
going
grad
to make a
student.
grit check just to see if he's okay. It's 14, it's not bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, that worked for sure. What do you got for me?
And I want it to last for like 10 minutes.
No, you don't get to determine that duration at this point.
We're
You
surrounded
heard-
by books, right?
Yes, there are books on all
Help
sides.
me understand because for some reason, whenever I see a vault opening, I just see like pathways and then chasm. That's not what this looks like, right?
No, this is like rows of books which
Okay.
have been split
Right.
by illusions that are creating mazes throughout
Okay.
the space now.
So I want to try, and as many books as I can reach magically, conjure just a bunch of either bring the books to life to have them just attack people, or conjure methods or some kind of little tricks or creatures out of them
Yeah, okay.
to fly out of the books.
Wait, conjure
Cool.
what?
It's a D&D creature. It's called a method.
Oh,
Slay.
Okay.
something I don't know about.
Go ahead and
curious.
give me a charm roll with your magic die. We'll say DC 19 on this. That's a 2. To a 12, 15. Okay,
15. I'm gonna make it a 16. I need how many more?
3.
3. So you guys each have adversity tokens. You have 3 of these, and
rolling
you
so
can
well.
spend those on other people's rolls to help increase their roll to make them succeed. So if you want to, he's at a 16 right now.
I need
he needs
3
to-
more.
He needs to beat a 19. So if you guys spend any of yours on his roll, his will increase.
I can't. I don't have any, so.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is if
So
you
one of you
want
do
to.
2, one of
This not the
If
end.
you
of the
want
world.
to help
I
me
will-
do
I will
this.
say your spell's not going to automatically fail if you don't hit the DC. That DC is for absolutely perfect execution.
Okay, I see. Yeah, if you guys want to help me out, you can do that. If you want to keep them for yourself for later, that's also fine.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's do it.
Okay,
Give
so
him 2.
We
Who's
can,
doing
want to?
we can offer one. Or wait.
No.
so you
Is that
can
not
you
how
can
that works?
you can offer as many as you like.
But
between-
we each have 3.
You each have 3
Yeah.
total right now. Anytime you fail a roll, so actually all 3 of you have 4 because you failed, and you also have 2 because you guys failed your fear stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I already used that.
Okay, you already used it. Cool.
you suck. You have one more.
You have
You
4.
should use
You have
2.
3.
You should use one out,
And
one out.
between the 2 of you, as long as 3 are spent to increase his roll, he will succeed on the spell.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I will give you 1 token.
Okay.
Okay.
You need
so you get
3
1
more to succeed.
Yes.
To succeed, you can give me 1 more, and then it's an 18 instead of a 19.
I'll
Oh,
give
well,
you
I'll-
one too,
are you
because I have one.
Oh, 'cause you have
Okay,
Okay,
so
then
each
cool.
of you will just give him
Yeah.
1? Okay.
Yeah,
You write
awesome.
down
So I'm
that
at a
you have
19.
So now I
Huh?
have like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just write down the number 2. All right.
Oh, it's so simple. That's why they have. That's why they have these sheets. The mic. Sorry.
I mean, this is a much simpler version than
Oh
what
no.
you
Trust
I
me,
know.
trust me.
Yeah.
All right. So you all pour that in, and your spell creates these like it's not the same thing as like what a normal method would be, but you conjure like almost you.
I want them to look like
necromancy.
little paper dragons.
You so what I'm going to say is you use a combination of necromancy and conjuration to basically put bring back to life the dead trees that were made, or the like.
Oh
especially with some of
my
these,
gosh.
The vellum, so the skin of the animal, to bring it back to a state of pseudo living, to create this like unliving construct that begins to plague these were rats.
Yeah, I'm just sending them at him.
Go ahead
For the
and
Queen of
roll for
England.
me a D4 and cut the total in half.
My neurons.
D4.
Get a rip
Yeah.
to the queen.
1.
Okay, one of them is dead. One of them's fully dead.
Okay, awesome.
Let's go.
And
Wait,
now
how many are there?
there
3.
were 3 total, and now there are 2.
Oh, I thought there were like hundreds.
Lenny, what do you got for me?
Oh, I think I'm kind of behind the group a little bit, and so I've been watching all of this go down.
Yeah.
I think I kind of just want to make. Can I do anything?
Yeah, just about anything. Your major focuses are star and space magic and all that stuff. As a member of
I send a beam of moonlight down into the area to make it more aesthetically pleasing. What do I do with this? Okay.
There's already like this.
You can burn them with
like
with
the
moonlight.
projection.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that
Yeah.
projection's already there. You can try and twist it and turn it back on them.
or
Like, there are a lot of
burn them with it.
Well, are they
Yes.
alive because of it?
They have been turned into lycanthropes because of that. You're not sure whether they have control or whether they are being forced.
Use their
into-
power against them.
Can I mess with that?
Yeah, sure, 100%. Tell me how
She
you
said
want to mess with
unconfidently.
it. Tell me like what you want it to do to them.
Kill them. No. I want them.
Turn them into normal rats.
Oh, turn them into little rats. Yeah.
You want
turn
to
them
just
into
like
normal
take
rats.
the transformation one level further?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That is amazing.
go ahead and
Turn them
give me a DC 12 brains magic check. So that's going to be your D20, your D4 plus 3. This is DC 12.
Oh, that one did not. Okay.
What is that?
That's a 3.
So it's a total of 6.
Plus
3
3,
is
so
a
that's 9.
How many
to
did I need?
9. 12, so you need 3 more.
You got 2. She has 3.
I'll give you my token.
Okay, so you get 1 token if you spend both of your tokens.
Then you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
Yeah, you.
Cool. So you take this moon and you intensify its effect on those rats and on the were-rats, and they shrink from humanoids down to just regular rats.
Yay!
You can consider them dealt with. Now all that's left is that spellcaster. We're back at the top with you.
Oh, he's so cringe.
Never had a villain be called cringe before.
That's a pretty good description, though, I gotta say.
Let's see. So I'm like an illusion person.
Yes. And transmutation, so taking one thing and turning it into another thing.
Okay.
Think about Harry Potter when they're turning rats into goblets. That's kind of what you're doing.
Okay, so I could probably use like the books also to my advantage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. What if I turned the books into like just large wasps?
Okay.
And he's allergic to wasps.
Those are wasps
and-
are hard to control.
Well, I mean,
They are
you
hard to
could change
control
his
and-
physiology because you're a transmutation
Oh my gosh.
to make him allergic.
Can
to
I do
wasps.
both of those things though?
That'll be a very high DC, but it is your area of expertise, so you have a decent chance of getting it.
Oh my gosh. I want to Let's try this.
You want to
Let's
make
try
him
it.
give him a bee
terribly
allergy.
allergic to wasps and
Oh,
then
wasp
change a couple
allergy.
books into like a swarm of wasps?
Yes, that's so
That is absolutely
For sure. Okay, we are going to call that's a very big spell, but it is an immediate effect, so we're going to call that a DC 17.
Okay.
Let's see, what is your primary is flight, and that's transmutation, so give me that D20, the D4 plus
Okay,
3.
plus the
You are
3.
looking to get a 17 total.
You can do this.
17.
Come on,
Oh
Mo.
my gosh,
Come on.
I really
Come
think I
on.
can. Oh, I'm gonna cry if this doesn't work. What is that? Oh no, that's a 10.
10?
Okay.
Give us the D4.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So it's a 14.
Yes.
That explodes, which means you can roll it again and add that.
add
So
that
you're
on
at
top.
a 14. Go ahead and roll
So
it
roll it
again.
again.
Oh my
You need a
gosh.
3 or a 4 to succeed on the spell.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
This is so fire.
No.
Oh,
no,
the
it's
one.
a
Okay,
one.
okay, hold
Okay,
on.
okay, okay.
You are at
But I
15
get, like-
though.
Yeah, I get
and
plus
you
3.
plus 3, 15, 2 and 18. Complete success. You make him allergic to wasps. You
Let's
go into
go.
his genome and transmutate an allergy.
Yes.
amazing.
Take that, rat man.
An allergy into his genetics, and then you turn an entire bookshelf. That entire section of the forbidden section is gone.
Yes.
And you turn it into a flock of wasps, which sting him.
Can I then create a force field around him so the wasps can't escape?
Give me a DC 10, D20, D4 magic roll.
Yes.
Okay, success. So you send the wasps. The wasps get trapped in there with him, get very angry. What do? You picked up dice.
Yeah, when he dies, I want to raise his corpse.
Of course you do.
But I want the wasps to be living inside of him.
Oh my god.
So now he's shooting wasps.
It's just a very
That's gonna
Lousy
be a
JoJo
buzzing-
reference.
That's gonna be a DC 25.
Why did what?
You're trying to raise a freshly dead skeleton to make it shoot wasps like a machine.
Okay, just raise him then.
Okay, give me a DC 20.
It's just a
But can the
very
wasps-
loudly buzzing corpse. Ew.
Oh, come on. That's
16.
a 19.
Take your adversity token. And you
But
guys
that's-
have successfully defended the school.
Yes.
Defeated the main attackers. And that is the end of our mini-series.
Oh, we're
here.
at the end of it all.
Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us at Moody
Thanks for
and D.
being here.
We
Thanks
love
to
you
Mo
all.
and Mallory as well for joining
Oh,
us.
thank you, Mallory, and thank you everybody who joined us, all 12 of you. Thank you all for joining us.
We love you all.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you all for joining us this week on Moody&D. You can catch our live stream on XN Radio at xnradio.cc or on the XN Radio app every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST. Or you can pop on over to our Spotify or Apple Podcasts to catch the episode the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. Also be sure to follow our Instagram at Moody_N_D. Once again, that's the @ symbol, Moody_N_the letter D. That's all for this week, folks. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, friends.